What's good, people? Welcome to day 5/6 of Elden Ring. Holy. Before we get started, I kind of forgot to record day 5, which unfortunately won't be the last time I do this in this video, but on the bright side, I literally did fuck all on day 5. Like, genuinely, I didn't do a single thing besides going through the map a little bit, which is normal for me at this point, and going from Caelid to the Altus Plateau so that I could do the Radahn fight. But that's pretty much it on day 5. But, day 6, I was a lot more productive. And if I do say so myself, I did a lot of shit. I got a lot of shit done. I not only changed my weapon, going from the normal greatsword you find at the Knight's camp, but to possibly my favourite weapon, the Bloodhound Sword. And most say it's overrated, but I love this weapon, and I'll fight anyone on that. But I don't have an argument for why I think it's better, so just take my word for it at this point. Like, come on. And so, with this new weaponry advancement I had the brilliant idea of using my newfound weapon on Radahn, where I didn't do shit to him besides get hit by his attacks. And I got pretty much sent back to the Altus Capital at that point. Like, he whooped my ass, I've got to say. If you see a boss in Elden Ring with its own cutscene, yeah, you're done. There's no point fighting him underleveled or without any kind of prep time. I swear to God, this guy fucked my shit. It was kind of crazy. And so I went back to the Altus Capital, where I find my arch enemy, the man who still haunts my nightmares to this day, fucking Margit. And Margit really thought this was going to be like last time. He really thought this was going to be a cakewalk for him for round 2. Easy dub. But no. Not only was I feeling hella confident with my new weapon, but I felt like I was Batman with all this prep time that I could ever need. I not only bullied this arsehole, but I beat him in only 5 tries. Which, if you guys have seen part 1, I died to him so many fucking times in that first time we fought him. Like, it was like a wall I didn't think I could overcome in less than a day. Bro, that guy took me like 3 days to beat. But, Jesus fucking Christ, I felt so good about beating him this time. I felt so hyped. And I really just kind of somehow went on ahead at that point and found the Draconic Tree Sentinel. And he beat me so badly that the only way I could describe the way he hurt me was I pretty much getting clotheslined off of my high horse, because I got my ass whooped, and I think he hit my head a little too hard, because for some reason I really thought I could go back to Radahn and win, and I for some reason thought it was going to be an easier fight than the Draconic Tree Sentinel. But tell me why my idiocracy somehow was right. I went back to Radahn and beat him in only a couple tries of going back. Like, huh? How does this make sense, game? Elden Ring, explain how that made sense. But the only reason I didn't beat him sooner was because I forgot about his meteor attack. And I found that out the hard way. That pretty much, that one-shot me. And I made sure not to make that mistake again. And I beat him in only a couple tries. And after beating Radahn, I made my way through Nokron and did the whole quest line there. And then talking to Rani and making it to the Ainsel River, I find another bitch, the Baleful Shadow, who I'm already upset that motherfucker looked like the Reich. Like, why are you looking like Blythe, huh? That's not fair. I don't know why I said Thryke, Blythe. I don't know why he was going after Blythe. Like, well, bro, that's my boy, bro. Leave him out of this. But I gotta say, I got smoked by this motherfucker. Holy! And to the degree that I had to get one of my viewers literally told me to leave him alone and go to the volcano manor so that I could get the quest line to get even better armor, because I was using the most basic armor. I don't know how I'd gotten this far with that, but it baffles all of us how I got this long with just the Godric armor. Like, I had to go get some new shit, otherwise this was gonna be a rough playthrough. And so I went to Volcano Manor, got the quest line that I needed to beat Old Knight Istvan, and I gotta say, I got his armor with relative ease. I only had to do it in like 2 tries. The first attempt kind of was because of my own idiocracy, but I did on the second try. I knew what I was doing. And I gotta say, I was proud of myself for it. And once I got the armor, I decided that would probably be a good way to end off day 6. On day 7, I had only one idea in mind: beat the Baleful Shadow. And this motherfucker, this guy killed me way too many times that I would like to admit. Shadow Blythe he's kind of cracked. A couple times he just killed me because he's better. Sometimes out of my own pure greed. But after one lucky run, I managed to beat him. I was pretty proud of myself for that one. It was kind of the start to a good day 7, I've got to admit. After a seemingly proud speech from Ronnie, I made my way over to the Lake of Rot, which, in my opinion, gives one of the stupidest fucking ailments in all of gaming history: Scarlet Rot. Which is just not fun to deal with. The constant health drain, the constant just having to heal all the time or getting attacked by anything else. It's just stupid. It's kind of unnecessary. But finally making it to a grace where I could get rid of this stupid ass ailment, I had made my way through the temple, where I found a certain coffin that I knew would take me to a boss I kinda dreaded. The teleporting, moon beaming, centipede looking bitch, Estelle, who proceeded to bully me like I owed him some fucking money. And so, like most bosses I do shit against, I leave to go fight something a little below my level cap, I guess. And my decision was to find the Draconic Tree Sentinel, which I had hoped after beating would let me go through the plateau a little bit more. And only after 2 attempts on day 7, I somehow beat this guy. I don't know how, because the first attempt was so bad. It was just shocking. But somehow I lucked out on the second attempt, which, don't get me wrong, I will happily take every day of the week. This is an amazing victory, and I've got to say, I was reminded by a viewer to go grab one of the funnest summons in all of this game, which was located in Nocron, the Mimic. And after grabbing this little spawn of Satan that I also love, I kind of took it. I kind of went back to the plateau where I wanted to get through the map as much as possible before ending it for the day, which I do make some okay progress. I a couple twists and turns. I make it to a seal that I can't get to just yet. After progress through the story a little bit more. So I went the other way and found a new grace. And before ending it, I decided to go back to the round table, where I'd upgrade my equipment, but mostly upgrade my mimic. And that is pretty much where I had ended it on day 7. Day 8, there was a couple problems. I had mentioned this on day 5, where I'd forgotten to click record a couple times, and unfortunately day 8 was one of those days where it kind of ruined it all for me. It was not a great day after this, mainly because I had not recorded me fighting Godfrey or Margit for the third fucking time. And after destroying both thanks to the mimic, I had made my way through Altus Plateau back to the seal that we had seen on day 7, because that's where I needed to go to the fire giant and be able to go into the Elden Ring. Well, go through the Elder Tree. And unfortunately, besides going through the giant mountain and finding my way through, I didn't do all that much. Like, day 8 was not a good day. Especially after not having the footage of me being Godfrey and Margaret, which is kind of annoying. And I did eventually make it to the fire giant, but he fucking bullied me, that one-legged bitch. And I after dying way too many times, I decided this guy was a problem for another day, which is pretty much where I ended day 8. Day 8 was not a very productive day, unfortunately, but I mean, it's the way sometimes the cookie crumbles. Like, sometimes you have a productive day, sometimes you don't. It's all part of the game. And unfortunately, this time, day 8 ended on a bit on a boring note, if I do say so myself.